Hey everybody, Isekai Sensei Sama here with Kermit the Grog.
Hello, ahoy hoy.
We're coming at you with a fast take. We just got back from seeing SpyxFamily Code White, the movie.
Code White.
The SpyxFamily, probably not canon movie filler arc.
OVA. It does feel like, especially now with our new land of the movies are just a canonical arc, it's weird going back to no canon land. But we knew that going into it.
Yeah. It was, well, just to right off the bat, it was a lot of fun.
We enjoyed it. We had a very good time. We were the only people at the theater,
Yeah.
which allowed us to just bullshit over it, which was very pleasant, as if we were home.
So
We could have seen it in IMAX. I don't think it needed to be seen in IMAX.
I guess the quick non-spoiler summary is that there's a thing going on with Anya at school that she needs some extra stuff to do, and so they decide to take a trip to help with that. And then when they're on that trip, everything goes crazy. That's how
Shenanigans
SpyxFamily
ensue.
works, right?
Yeah.
And it was really pretty snappy. Like I wasn't bored at any point during the whole thing.
It moves. It is an extra long episode. I don't think that's why it would, in whatever weird classification sense, like this is a movie technically, but I feel like in the organization of anime stuff, this is like an OVA.
Yeah.
Because I don't think it didn't have like a movie budget for the most part. There was no moments. There wasn't like, oh my gosh, Sakuga.
There were a couple points where there was some like extra work put in, but then
But by and
the
large,
show
episodes
itself,
get that. Exactly.
yeah.
It's not like when we watched the Jujutsu Kaisen movie and
Except
we're like,
for
oh my gosh.
one very specific sequence that I'm not going to spoil, except to say that we're reasonably certain that Trigger animated that sequence.
Oh, yes. There was one particular sequence that was definitely like, oh, if we're doing a movie, let's do something special.
It was
That was just had me. I'm, again, glad people were not in the theater because I was just cackling
it was
loudly.
very I would say that's very Japanese humor.
It was. Normally I don't like it. We're getting into territory that we're not talking about it. I'm just talking around it. It's not fun. So
Overall, I'd say people should definitely see it.
I would say if you like, I mean, this is such a lame way to recommend it, but it's like if you like SpyxFamily, you'll like the movie.
Yeah, I did.
It's more SpyxFamily. We knew it wasn't going to be canon because it was a movie, and I said, hey, I want more SpyxFamily.
They did a really good job of setting it up at the beginning for whoever is going to see it that has never
whatever
seen
significant other or
SpyxFamily.
family member is being carted along.
Yeah. They did a whole like intro sequence where they showed Lloyd doing a spy thing and you're doing an assassin thing, and then they both come
Anya
home
being
to
a little
Anya
shit.
and they show that she's got her psychic powers and Bond can tell the
see
future.
For that mother and or grandmother we saw before we watched Jujutsu Kaisen that one time.
Yeah. Although
Well, I can't stop thinking about when we go to the movies for anime stuff.
there were a couple other points where I can't remember if it was the thing with Nightfall or someone else, but I remember thinking they didn't explain anything that's going on with this.
No.
And it was like this is probably
like
weird
Yuri,
for people who don't
like
know.
Yuri's a cutaway to
Oh,
him is
no, it was
so
Yuri,
pointless
because
that
they
if you
didn't-
don't know if you don't know SpyxFamily, it would just be like, why are we following this man all of a
They
sudden?
didn't explain that that's yours brother at all. Like there were some words that implied it that if you were paying attention you definitely pick it up, but at no point did they explicitly say this is yours little brother Yuri.
He's also not important to the story.
No,
in this
they literally
movie.
just included him
So
to be
all
like, remember?
all of the major side characters get to show up at least a little bit.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah, and Frankie gets the cold shoulder.
Frankie gets a post credits.
The literal cold shoulder.
It was a post credits, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Stay for it. It's the
Poor-
Marvel. It's the they teased Thanos.
Poor Frankie.
A very old reference now. Yeah, dude. That's the one thing I will vaguely spoiler is dude got a probably movie canon only girlfriend, which means she's not. I mean, I guess movement towards one. He didn't actually get a girlfriend.
See,
but
I was thinking
it's the gag of she's not real. It's like, oh, I have a girlfriend. She's at the other school, so you can't meet her. She's in Canada.
I think the way that woman was talking to him gave me the impression that there was something scammy going on
Oh, I was
that he
thinking
was
something
falling
something
for.
is budding, but yeah, maybe I don't know.
Maybe
I
it
got
could be.
I
It could
I
be
hope
either.
I'm hopeful for him. I'm rooting for Frankie.
But yeah, and I thought the villain was pretty good because there's a part where you first meet the villain and they're just like in a restaurant and the villain is just like a dick, but he's not explicitly like, oh, he's a real bad guy who
Like, and
deserves to
he's not
die.
truly like evil. He's just a big pompous asshole.
Yeah.
And you just think, okay, sure, whatever. It's another cast of characters.
And you don't
then
know
it's
he's
like,
the main villain, although you can sort of tell.
you get a whiff when you see him, but you don't expect him to be like
And then later on, he does some real villain stuff, and you're like, yeah, he probably didn't deserve to die from taking their dessert, but this is the
There was
it's a
other
big
stuff.
point.
Yeah. Again, I think it's worthwhile. It is messy at times to make everything fit inside of it, not time-wise, but just so like everybody gets to have a moment. And it can be sloppy if you're like thinking hard at all.
I didn't find myself thinking that much though. It did a good job of not
But yeah,
making me think.
It's fun. It moves. Again, I come back to like I want to be more than just like it's fine. Like because there's a lot of movies. It's like the Mario Brothers movies. Like I had a fine time there, but like I hooted and hollered. I laughed. I shouted at the screen. I said, "Oh my gosh, you're such an idiot. Oh my, you're such a dummy. You're such a fembo. I can't believe it." But in like an endearing way. But there's like just a couple things where it's just like, just have fun. Don't think too hard, and if you like Spy Family, you'll have a genuinely like grand old time.
Yeah, it's definitely a don't miss this for any fan of Spy Family.
Yeah, I would say go check it out. It's not the second coming, not that we thought it was going to be, but like I feel like Spy Family has like a movie, capital M, eyebrows raised, which I guess you can see because we're on video. I forget about that. A movie, a film, in its.
Oh wait, we need to get thumbnails.
You got to be pointing at something. It's a green screen behind me. We're terrible. I think Spy Family has a higher level quality movie in itself at some point in the future.
Maybe. I'd like to see one. So the current information that I have, I haven't verified this 100%, is that Chainsaw Man is getting a movie that is going to be the Rize arc, the Bomb Girl arc. That feels like how things should be, is that you take a part of the manga, the existing canon, that is sort of an outlier in terms of where you could put it in a season of anime, and you make that a movie.
I mean, we've been getting that more. We had that with Demon Slayer. Did it, and has been trying to go back for residuals and its weird little episode packs, which are cheating.
The second two are just like, what are you doing?
Those don't count.
Make an actual movie.
Yeah.
The thing they did with Mugen Train, where it's like, here's an actual movie, and then we're going to cut it differently to be episodes.
Yeah.
As opposed to, here's some episodes, let's smush them together to be a movie.
I mean, it's because weebs go to the theater, and like that's me, and that's fine. And even though I learned my lesson with those, but like Jujutsu Kaisen had that with its Zero, which is like technically, I mean, it is canon
Jujutsu
and
Kaisen
it's important.
Zero was great.
Yeah, and it's fantastic. I don't know. I mean, we were speculating for ages that Spy Family's cruise ship arc was going to be a movie because I think like that's where it's like imagine that was a movie because like again this feels like I'm curious why this happened and maybe it's just for money because it's just like this never felt like an anime movie in that way that when like a TV animated series gets a movie and you can see it playing with its budget and this is not. Code White is not that. It's fun. Everybody gets new outfits. Like it is a really fun time again if you like it, but it's not like
specifically for outfits. Yor does wear pants.
I know. I was the thing I was like, does Yor ever wear pants? Is she constantly in skirts all the time? And like you can do that. I don't know. As a skirt wearer, sometimes it's like if you can wear both, then you're choosing to wear skirts all the time, not just because you have to because you are a particular gender.
Yeah.
So when you wear pants, it shows, oh, this is a choice. Carry on then. Also, it's not important.
I'm going to try and get this out as soon as possible, just
we should.
So everybody knows. But in case you are listening to this, watching this, however you're consuming it, after Spy Family is no longer in theaters, which is probably only going to be a couple days.
I think it's literally just it dropped last night and is going to be around for the weekend.
It
So
feels
it's
like
probably
the
gonna be
kind
too
of
soon.
thing that will be on Crunchyroll.
Yeah,
at some
almost
point.
assuredly. It'll be like
So-
listed as like a different season in the
Yeah.
way that Crunchyroll's interface is terrible about.
So I don't think
Showing
people are going to miss out if they don't see it in theaters.
No.
But I did enjoy the theater experience. Now, to be fair, we have a very nice theater, but
And also we were alone in it, so we could shout like it was essentially just we were at home, but we were at a nice theater because we could still shout and
the
talk
big
because no
screen,
one was
it
there.
did well on the big screen.
Yeah.
It wasn't super wide aspect ratio, though.
No, that's what I'm saying. It was a TV aspect ratio.
Yeah.
It was nice because the Spy Family animation is nice, but like it's not.
And it wasn't like too loud or anything
Yeah,
like that,
us
which
seeing
I
it
was
in
worried
IMAX
about.
would have been overkill.
The previews were too loud.
The previous were always because they're movies. This is not the fully like, oh my gosh, we have a higher frame rate, we have a higher budget. It's like, no. And also it makes sense with how soon after the second core of the second season ended that it's like there's already, I think it's just like Spy Family is really popular, go print money. I feel like that's what it is. And that's fine in this case because like I had a fun time.
It seems like it was actually the mangaka, I forget his name, who actually like wrote it. It very much was like, oh, I think he was at least very heavily involved.
Yeah, also would explain why we haven't gotten really any new chapters recently,
Right.
which is fine. But yeah, no. Spy Family, Code White. I keep wanting to say Code Black for some reason.
That'll be the next one.
Yeah, exactly. Go through the whole rainbow colors. Would recommend. Enjoyable.
Yeah, definitely.
If you don't like Spy Family, this is not going to change your mind. If you do like Spy Family, you'll have a great time.
I think people can enjoy it if they haven't seen Spy Family, but I wouldn't recommend it to those people.
Yeah.
If
I don't think it's a good starting
if they
point.
wind up
but
in
if
the
you-
theater while
if
it's
you
playing,
have to, or
they won't
again,
leave.
you've been roped in by a significant other or family member or friend, I don't think you'll be 100% lost. I think there's something fun there, but yeah, for fans.
So yeah, big recommend from us. I mean, we already like Spy Family, so that's how it was going to work. But
2 messy bitch thumbs up. Can't say that on YouTube. F.
you can swear on YouTube.
After the first minute, so I think
Yeah.
we're good. So yeah,
We're fucking awesome.
hell yeah.
Well, thanks for watching. Do you like this kind of content? We can do more of this.
Yeah, this was admittedly a special case
Yeah.
because we don't get these anime movies that we're into a lot. So
We haven't done
and we
a
also
fast
done one of
take.
these in a billion years.
Yeah, we haven't done a fast take in a really long time. And the last time we did one, we didn't have a studio.
Yeah, I didn't live here.
So we thought that this could be, we'll just do a fast take like this instead of sitting in the car. So
Nicer audio quality, I'm sure.
yeah, let us know what you think. Hit us up in the comments on YouTube. You can join us on our Discord. We got a lot of fun there. Check out our Patreon. What else do we got?
Tell us what you thought of the movie.
Yeah.
That sounds like about right. Plugs. Listen to podcasts. That's where we do the proper plugging.
Yeah, don't miss the main podcast.
Or all the other side podcasts.
Oh, and if you're listening to this, we got a little thing special coming up. Probably in a couple months, but get subscribed. You're going to like it.
Exciting.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.